What's up, Internet? Big J with Big J's Extreme Fitness here at the original Metroflex Gym, Arlington, Texas, and as promised, a full shoulder workout for you guys and gals. But first, I want to start out with some of this crazy earthquake bar pressing, and I got to say, man, this really is a challenge to me, but it's also making me feel a little bit stronger and getting those connective muscles and joints and tendons in line with the continual training. Now, I was capable of doing this a couple months ago, holding it up above the head with one hand and walking with it, but let me tell you, pressing up and down is a whole different ball game. And this is my man Ian, owner of Club Cryo. Please give him a follow and swing by his store right down the road from Metroflex Gym, Cryotherapy Clinic. He's got tons of amazing amenities to offer. Give him a follow and swing by there. Tell him Big J sent you. Now, this again, getting it up and walking down the road with it is completely different from trying to press it a couple times, and I guess he panicked because I was about to fall on my face, and I just was barely able to do one good one. Got my man Ty there to give me a spot, and actually brought the plates a little bit closer to the bar. Didn't really make much of a difference. It's still pretty difficult. Again, the bands being stretched out farther is difficult, but this task in itself, I think I got maybe 1.5 to 2 good presses by myself, but just something that you'd think you'd hurt yourself, but I'm telling you, the way it wobbles back and forth, it's really actually good, again, for the connective tissue, the connecting muscles, accessory small muscles that you're utilizing, and you see it's wobbling back and forth there, but with both hands, it's a whole lot easier to control. But if you watch closely, you'll see there's a whole lot of back and forth in there. And I would have to venture to say that my bench, my shoulder press, and even my squat, because I'm squatting with the band bell, has gotten quite a bit better because, again, training those accessory muscles that do not take part in the exercise if they're not trained properly. So I'm going to go ahead and be quiet here for a little bit, and I'll chime in every now and then for the rest of the shoulder exercises. And enjoy. Thank you guys so much for wanting these full exercises and these full workouts. There's Ian trying the same thing, or actually attempting and accomplishing the same thing. But again, a great workout. Enjoy the rest of the clips, guys. Moving on to some accessory work here. Always using some type of overhead press to start with. If it's on a Smith rack or selectorized stack, standing or seated overhead press with a free bar, you name it, even the dumbbells. But today we just did that crazy earthquake bar, getting some good pump and warm-ups. Moving on to the side laterals, dumbbells. Now I'm doing these seated, sometimes I'll do them standing, but today we're seated. Again, check the description box just like the other video. I'll put the entire workout that we did in the weights and the rep scheme down there and below, so check it out after you watch this video. So start with the seated side laterals, moving on to the seated front individual laterals. And then, of course, we'll move on to another couple of exercises, the bent over dumbbell laterals. But today we're doing it all seated. And again, sometimes I'll do them standing. It just takes out a lot of the momentum when you're seated, and you have to utilize a lot lesser weight than you would if you were standing. Because once again, you take that momentum out and you take a whole lot of the weight and the percentages down. So let you guys watch more of these clips. Come on, bud. Finishing up the seated work with some rear delts there, and moving on to a cable machine to polish off the rear delts. Now, I can sometimes use the cable crossover. I can sometimes use the rear delt machine. It's actually a pec deck in reverse, and I really do like using this one. It's an old school machine. It's been here since I've been here in the early 90s, but it really is good to grab and cross the arms over at the front to get a good stretch, and then squeeze them back as quickly as possible. Sometimes I'll get more of a squeeze, sometimes I'll get more of a pump, but just a good old exercise to incorporate when you're trying to hit those rear delts. Last but not least, dumbbell shrugs here. This is one of the exercises that I love to do, especially at the end of a shoulder workout. And I always try to hit traps on shoulder day. Sometimes I'll do it on back day, just depending on the time constraint and what I'm feeling like doing. But you guys and gals have got to do this, especially in powerlifting and even in bodybuilding. You got to have those traps to finish out the shoulders. You got to have those traps to lift that heavy weight, to hold that heavy weight. It's just all out good to have some big old badass traps. Hope you guys enjoyed these clips. Like I said, I'm going to put all the information in the description box. You go down there and check it out, how many reps and sets and weights that I utilized. And make sure you check out Club Cryo right down the road from Metroflex Gym. Until next time, intensity rules, train hardcore, and we'll see you next video.
Hey, what's up, Nelly?
What's up? What's up?
Hi guys.
How's it going? I saw you at Metroflex Gym.
Yeah.
What are you gonna?
Some iron.
Compression or cryo or
Leg
both?
compression.
Oh, compression. Right on.
Yeah.
I think you and I are gonna do some cryo, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going first, obviously.
Yeah, no, I am.